Find a stream and a stream. Okay. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Lily Ackerman. Hope everything is okay. We're connected on YouTube. Okay. You're sending me a message. Oh, beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. All right. I just wanted to be sure that we are connected. It's my first time in going live in YouTube. I'm super excited because I really want to share the message of love, uh, love, forgiveness, relationships, because I believe this is the first lesson that we learn when we arrive to this world, and the last lesson that we are going to take with us, which is connection, which is we need each other. Because without one person by itself can go too far. And the beauty about needing each other is we humble ourselves to know, you know what, I cannot do this on my own. I need somebody else to do it together, because together we're stronger. And that's why every time that you see that, I don't want to go into politics because, but that's what you see when they try to disintegrate people, to disintegrate society, to be against each other, because they know that the power of unity, the power of doing something, one thing together, can create a huge breakthrough, a huge change in any culture, any society. That's why they always go and try to disconnect people. The first lesson, because when we're born, before we're being created, when we are being created in our mother's womb, we need her to be fed for our bodies to be built. So that's the mother, trying to giving us the best of her. So we need this person, and we need the womb to be there, and she's providing everything, emotionally speaking, of course. Also because the family or whoever is getting involved, we already recognize their voices when we're born, because they were there. Our father's voice, our mother's voice, our aunt or sister, it doesn't matter who's around. Our environment, we're familiar with the environment because we're hearing everything. But that's another subject, okay? So that's what I'm saying, that the connection. Then when we're born, we need somebody to help you to go through your first steps, to be fed, to be to help you to be relaxed when you feel unease, and you want to be, you're crying because you need the diaper to be changed. So all of this is a sign that we need somebody else. Later on, when we are about to leave this world and enter into our spiritual life, more spiritual, which was sent to one to another place. Even I see, the elderly, that they are very strong. Still, we can't walk the way we used to walk, or bend over, or run. So somebody is going to be there for us to help us in our needs. Even the most independent elderly, you're going to see somebody next to them. So meaning we need each other, and it's beauty. It's beautiful to be connected. It's beautiful to master relationships, because if you master relationships, you master yourself, your emotions. That's what they call it, mastering. Then you can experience love relationships, family and friends, community, relationships. So that's a little bit about me. My name is Lilia Ackerman. I am a wellness transformational master coach. Wellness because it's body, mind, and spirit. You can eat healthy and you can exercise, but if your spiritual part is not, you're not working in your spiritual part, your body is unbalanced, and vice versa. Your mind has to do something with your beliefs, with your experiences, with your DNA, your family patterns, so your culture, where it depends where you're coming from. All of these are connected with your mindset. Um, so we need the three areas to work in place. Every area in it has different needs. And your spirituality, I mean, I have seen people that if your life is your job, if you have your dream job and you lose your dream job, your life collapse. Or if you get in an accident, you lose one leg or something, you feel like you're useless. So the spiritual part play a very important role, because when you find what is your life mission, what is your your life purpose, none of these things it matters. I don't say that you're not gonna feel anything. Of course, you're gonna be shaken a little bit. You're gonna be like don't know for a second, but immediately the spiritual part kick in, and then you're on ground again, on solid ground. So that's what I'm saying. Um, and that's why it's body, mind, and spirit transformational, because my life were transformed. I mean, a little bit about me. I was coming from a very, very, very hard life, um, very emotional childhood. They call it dysfunctional, but so they later I having children, and of course I couldn't offer them what I didn't have. So it was hard for me to have steady relationships, love relationships. I was bouncing from one to another and always experiencing the same. I have a bad relationship with money. For decades, it was like that was my life for decades, and I don't want that happen to you. If you and don't take me wrong, there's always a perfect timing to breakthroughs. Always is the perfect time. It doesn't matter if you're 60 years old, if you're 70 years old, if you are 20, don't really matter. What it matters is what you can do where you are. And I was in my late 40s when I unpacked a lot of stuff. So, but you don't have to wait when you get your late 40s. You can start right now. And if you are not in a relationship, perfect. You're working yourself and you are set up for a healthy relationship. If you have a bad relationship, you can restore your relationships. Um, Unfortunately, one limiting beliefs can create a chaos in your life, and that limiting beliefs is like create a tiny mini ones, and the whole thing together is it become very heavy, very very heavy. But if we can go to the root of the problem with a big one, then we can the other ones collapse by itself. And that's what we want. That's what I do with my clients. And I wrote the book here, From Gloom to Bloom, because that's exactly what I like to. That was my life. It was gloom, but now I am living my ravishing life, and that's exactly what I want for everybody, because I believe that everybody, not because I say so, it's because I see it. I see the universe is for everybody. We enjoy the sun, we enjoy the star, we enjoy I mean, the massive ocean, the wilderness, the different kind of earth, fruits, animals, and from the beginning of the Genesis, when God was creating the world. If you believe that, if not, I mean, if you want to take it as a fairy tale, it sounds beautiful. For me, I do believe that, but even just give it a chance for a little bit. Um, God said, and it was good, and then He create the day and night, and it was good, and He create animals, and it was good. Good for who? For us, for you. You know, you didn't have to do anything to have the sun, to have the rain, to have the rivers. Even you're having a bad day and you go for a walk. Don't you feel better walking in nature, and you didn't talk with anybody, but suddenly you feel better because life. That's why it's life. It's talking with you all the time. So that's why it's sorry. I just have went live in Facebook, so I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I mean, no, it's a tea. It's a tea. Thank you. And I have a cat right here. Look. We have four cats in this house and two dogs. One big and one tiny mini one. Her name is April, and she's almost 15. She's next to me. She's getting super old, and it's my time to take care of her almost all the time because this is life. We need to be prepared to lose the animals that we love, the people that we love, them. That it means a lot to us. But anyways, yes, this is part of life. Some of the right now we're here, tomorrow we're not. But today, because you're here, I invited you to be connected with the people that you love, with your community, to care about yourself in your relationships. So today I title what is the meaning of relationship? Well, from a spiritual point of view, meaning be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. That was slow, a little bit faster. Okay. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing, with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. How are we going to do that? Like if you are in an argument with your partner or with your family, it doesn't matter who, you get into an argument. Do you realize that every time you get into an argument, you listen what the other person has to say, and the other person listen what you have to say, but the more fire we put into the argument, suddenly we don't hear each other. The other person's voice disappear, and you disappear for the other person because it's about what I have to say, and the other side is what about they have to say. So I don't care your point of view. I don't care what you think. I don't care about anything. It's just about me. So assuming that even if you are right, I'm telling you because before, I mean, I used to argue, but I realized later on that it was triggering something that it was in me. It was not really what they were saying, but it was triggering something that it was in me. That's why it is very important to work in ourselves, to be able to recognize it is triggering something, because and that's what my book talk about, unresolved issues. If there's any unresolved issue that you have, it's gonna be storage in your body, and people may comment and boom, wake up that unresolved issue. So assuming that that in this argument you're right, but the argument, the more fire we put in on that argument, the more horrible it's going to end, because suddenly my words are not enough, because I'm not going to across you're not listening to me, and now we know why, because it's the moment that we ignore each other. It's the frustration. So then you start using your body language, and then physical, you get physical, like close to the person in your desperation to be heard, and then we use language that we shouldn't, because it's a human being. We have to respect humanity, and but at this point, I don't care what I'm gonna use, because I want my point to be heard. I want my words to be heard. I want me to be heard. So now it's not anymore about resolving that issue. It's about me only, and that's why it get very ugly and ugly and ugly. So by doing that, at the end we don't resolve anything. Then you get very frustrated, and then you walk away. So if you recognize, so what is the right thing, because it's telling me right here that the meaning of relationship is keep the unity of the spirit through the bond of peace. So what am I going to do? It wasn't easy for me, my previous husband, and I'm going to write a book about my husband. I mean, I'm laughing right now. It's not fun, because I mean, it's very painful when you go through divorce. So one of my exes, I'm gonna say number 3. Number 2. Okay, he used to come and he was very frustrated with life. He was a very angry person, and when he'd come home, when we used to come home, used to just to empty her, his anger, and not like getting really upset, but it says things like he triggered me. So suddenly I see myself engaging with him in the argument that he has with himself, but I wasn't aware of that until one day I realized that by him getting angry and at life and making his comments, I started engaging. So I said, wait a minute. He is the one who's angry at life, not me. But by engaging in his conversation, I am being mad too. So I have to do something about it. So then I said, honey, out of respect, I just let you know that I'm not a trash can. I am not a trash can. So next time when you come home, be sure that you empty your trash somewhere else, because I'm not going to be available anymore for you. So next time, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm letting you know because you are my husband and I respect you. So you won't be surprised. So next time when you come and you start with your toxic conversations, I'm just going to take my car. I'm going to go for a ride for, 30, 40 an hour until you come down. Then I come home and then we can have a nice conversation. And then I ask God, please, next time, soothe my lips. Don't let this tongue to come out. Just help me. So it was not about proving him that he was wrong. It was just for the sake of finish the arguments in my house. And so next time came. He started, And I was about to say my first words when I realized you promised to yourself that you was going to walk. And this is the time you must walk. So I say, oh, I'm sorry. This is the time that, remember I told you? So I have to go. And he was like, what? And I went downstairs. He followed me. I said, where are you going? Oh, remember I told you that next time that you start with this kind of conversation, I'm coming back in about 30 minutes or 40. Okay, bye. I grabbed my purse, grabbed my car, and let's go. I went around very close to the park, and I was just talking with God. Again, walking with on the. I drove to the park, and then I got out and just walked a little bit. I came back and done. Unfortunately, because I was not available for him, he because it was just the kind of conversation that he liked to have. So he needed to find something, but you are not available for that. People think that only the sacred places are churches or temples, but your house is a sacred place. It's where you spend most of the time, counting the hour that you're going sleeping, because through your sleep, all of these arguments and bad words and even your thoughts, because after the argument you continue the argument with yourself. Why I should say, what I shouldn't say, why should act I what I shouldn't act, and then you continue telling the person that you're having the argument a piece of your mind. And these thoughts carry energy also. And it's been proven because they did the experiment with the water, talking with the water, talking with the plants, thinking, just thinking is waves of energy. Before your words get to the person, your intentions, your feelings already carry. And you can walk into a place and you feel the tension, like, I don't know what is in here, but I feel uncomfortable. Or somebody's walking and says, uh-oh, the body's telling you everything. Something is going to happen here. So, I mean, it's proven about that there is your thoughts, your words, and all of these create connection or disconnection. So it's not about you being right and the other person is being wrong. It's about fixing the problem that you have. An argument is not the best. So learn to walk away. And that's why, when you say humble, this is when we need to be humble. Because my pride, I'm not going to let me walk away. But how much you value that relationship that you're in, or your family, your children, your mom, your parents. What is the meaning of that relationship to you? Okay, so now gentle, patient, and bearing with one another in love. Now that's each of them has a different time to talk about, because they are so important that you cannot just say it in 1 minute. Even what I'm saying right now is really, it has we have to go deeper layers in each of us to create and to understand the meaning of relationships. And in Latin, the root of relationship in Latin is necessitudo, okay, which means conjunction, union, tie, combination, connection. And the relationship three major components offer the roadmap to build resilient relationship, which is relate, relation, and ship. Relation is restoring, connection and restoring, and ship is to create, to shape, to make, to carry, because we carry each other, we shape each other. In the word of in the word of God says, iron sharp iron. So we are here to shape each other. The partner that we choose is just a reflection of our needs. We're reflecting in them our needs. So what do I need to change? What the areas that I need to work? The job that you choose, and then you find that you hate your boss. What do you hate about that person? So that's the area that you need to work. Relationship is start with you. Start with you. It's not nobody else but you. The less we point to another person, the more we take responsibility of what. It is more power in saying what I have to do. What I have to do, because you can change only you. You never are going to change the other person. Never going to change the way they are, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they think, nothing. Because it is another world, another universe. It's like we try to understand the universe, but you don't understand yourself. You want to understand the other person when you don't understand yourself. You want other people to understand you when you don't understand yourself. So, and that's what I do. To guide you, to help you to understand, and to start with you. What is in this beautiful universe that is you? So, I want to invite you. 30 days working with me. It's only $97, which I make my mat. And just to go to any coffee shop for coffee and piece of pastry, croissant or whatever, it's about $8. And it's about $80 or $200, somewhere like that, if you go every day. This is live sessions with me, coaching on the spot. Whoever wants to jump, I'm not going to force you. But whoever says, you know what, I have a question. It's going to be questions and answers. Start working in you. Say yes to yourself. Say yes for your dream life. Start experiencing what you really want to experience. Life is abundant, and that's the message for humanity. Happiness is for everybody. But if the key of happiness is relationship, and the key to relationship is you, then say no more. Start today. So I'm going to put a link right here. Start working today. It's 30 days. We start in April. 4 live sessions. And please, any comment, any question, any topic that has anything to do with relationships, I would like to talk to you. This is Lily Ackerman, your host, and I thank you so much for allowing me to be in your life. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And see you next Monday. It's going to be in Spanish, and I don't speak more languages. Otherwise, I will be speaking in more languages. I would like to speak in Hebrew, though. I really like Hebrew and French, but I really, really would like to talk and learn Hebrew, biblical Hebrew. It's very different from regular Hebrew. And in Hebrew, what, if I understand correctly, it depends what part of they're speaking Hebrew. There's one in particular that is very Frenchy, and I'm leaning to that. Maybe because I like French a lot. Oh my God, it's like it takes away my breath when I speak. When I hear somebody talking in French or the music or something. Oh, it's so beautiful. But anyways, in the meantime, I want to understand about more Hebrew. I sing in my worship. I worship in Hebrew, English, and Spanish. But I can follow just the lyrics in Hebrew, and my speed is getting faster, and I really like that. But anyways, so it's 1 week English, 1 week Spanish. So next week is going to be in Spanish. And I thank you, YouTube, because you allow me to go live, because I know the importance. I mean, I can record, but I know the importance today that is being connected with everyone. So I'm making an effort. Yes, it's easier for me just to record and put it in different live stream, but I want to give my 100% for you. Thank you very much. This is Lilia Ackerman again, and I hope I can see you on April. Bye.